That brings us Texas Rangers manager Bruce Bochy. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
It's good. Mike is struggling with his passwords, and so our question is, do you think the world was better before all these passwords?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I'm the worst with passwords. I can't tell you how many times I've had to redo the passwords. And I do write them down, but, I'll end up leaving them at the house or something. And so, no, it's probably my nemesis here when I get on the computer.
Yeah, it's Boch. I'm just twiddling my thumbs on the plane ride, and everybody has out like great movies or whatever, and I'm just like, I need to download some things, and then it's asking me for passwords on this iPad. And I'm like, I don't know my passwords. Just look at my face and tell me it's right.
Well, I'm with you on that. I like that facial feature that they have, but I don't have it. So you know what? I have my analyst, Bobby Bandelow. He's my go-to. I'll give my iPad and I'll ask him to put some movies on or something. So he sets me up because it takes me too long and takes him a couple minutes. That's above my pay scale, that stuff.
That is dead. I think you're all of us, Boch. And
he's a man of the people, right there.
You absolutely are, man. That is for sure. Now, Mike had said before this season, look, if we're 15-15, 30 games into this thing, I'm feeling pretty good. He was looking further down the schedule. I was kind of curious at this point, is it, hey, we're trying to stay in this? What is your daily approach to these games?
Well, we're trying to win every game. I mean, I think you look at how it went in April. We set the bar a little higher than where we're at. But I think you have to look at what we had to deal with. Absolutely. Coming out of spring training, with Lowe hurt. Josh Young pretty much missed spring training. Corey Seager did, and Young ended up getting hurt again. We're still a month away from getting him. Bradford going down. We've had to deal with that. Having a lot of young rookies making their debuts, things like that. Not to make excuses, but hey, for the month of April, a couple of games over 500, I do think that's pretty good. And I'm saying that because of the teams we have played. We faced some really good pitching, through this. I was concerned about April back in spring training, especially that consecutive game streak. Because, you have that in April, the guys aren't quite in the mode of playing every day, spring training. They're starting to play 9 innings at the end. But, now you got to grind it, which means you got to give guys days off. And so I think overall it was pretty good. No, we're not looking to hang in there, but I think with how it went, no, that's pretty good.
Well, you just kind of answered one of my questions about getting 2 days off in the last 8 or 9 days to break that monotony of the 17 games in 17 days. So I want to kind of switch gears, and I know this is a broader question, but what has it meant to have Nathaniel Lowe back in the lineup? He's hit safely or reached base safely in all 9 games he's played this year. Now he's got hits in 5 straight, and it seems like him coming back has been a very, very welcome return.
It really has been. Look, he's one of our guys, and to have his presence in the lineup, just around the clubhouse. I think that was a shot in the arm for the guys. We missed them, and there's nothing against the guys playing first base, but here's the guy that won the Gold Glove. He won the Silver Slugger a year before. It's always good to get those guys back, just like when Josh Young comes back. But I can't say enough about what Smitty's doing. Just amazing what he's doing. And so, that's way down the road. But when he comes back, the way he's playing, I'm going to have to find a way to get him in there as much as I can. But getting back to Lowe, it's been impressive. I'll say this, because he didn't have a lot of rehab games, and how well he's looked up here, and he's faced some tough left-handers. He's just doing a great job on both sides, and So hopefully, we keep these guys healthy because, when they're gone, we see how much we miss them.
I know Corey Seager is not missing by any stretch of the imagination, but considering what he had to overcome during spring training, do you feel like he's at 100% even at this stage in the season?
I don't know if Corey's 100%. I mean, when you have surgery, that takes time, and you're going to have those days where it's going to flare up a little bit, which I think has happened with him. But he doesn't say anything. But it's important that we do check on him and give him his breaks when he needs it. But it's getting better and better with him. So I think for a guy that's missed spring training, I think he's close. I really believe that with another week or two that he's going to get in the flow of things. It's tough when you're not 100% in this game. This game's hard enough to play, but he's going out there, I think, with it still there a little bit, and it takes a while, to come off of surgery.
Boch, we talk a lot here about Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter. Those are the two what we think are going to be future stars in the game and future stars for the Texas Rangers. But two of the rookies that have had a major impact for you are Jacob Latz and Cole Winn. Can you talk about how they've stepped up into roles so far early in this year and done their job in the bullpen?
Gosh, what a job they have done. You're right. I've been using Latz in high leverage situations. He pitched 8th inning a couple of days ago. Pitching with a lot of confidence. He's got 4 pitches, and he's got the confidence to throw any pitch at any time now. Very prepared, and so we got to see Latzy last year. The little bit of time he pitched for us, but when he wasn't pitching for us, we had him on the taxi squad, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, he looked good there. So I thought. I really felt this guy's going to help us next year, and he's done that. Now, Cole Winn, since he's gone to the bullpen, he's run with this. And he just seems like he's thriving on pitching in the major leagues. He can go out there for an inning or two, a little easier to focus and let it go for that short a time. And he's throwing strikes. That's what Mike Maddox preaches, that he's coming in, he's pounding the strike zone. Now, when you can throw 96, 97, you have a good breaking ball, curveball, slider, the cutter, and, of course, that split. He's throwing all 4. That works up here, and he's going after them. And so it's been really cool to see him do this because it's been up and down for Cole. And, he's number 1 pick. Everybody knows he has the stuff to do it, but now he's up there, and he's taking advantage of this opportunity.
Bruce Bochy on with us on the K&C Masterpiece on 105.3 The Fan. Is Adolis like the Incredible Hulk where you just hit him and he gets madder and stronger? Because last night I was like, man, that one looked like it was painful.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It did look. I mean, when he backed up, 20, 30 feet, I saw, geez, we lost Josh Young on a similar pitch, and that's the last thing we need right now. But yeah, I think he's got some Hulk in him. No doubt. He's been hit a few times, but, he usually stays in there. I will have to check on him. I don't have the lineup down.
Okay.
I want to make sure there's no swelling in there right now, so I can't answer that question. But he's tough, I'll say that.
So, Boch, I was in Atlanta. I know that was a while back, but I was watching the game, and obviously television doesn't pick up everything, and I was watching. Kisner was catching, and it was the first time to catch Eovaldi in a regular season game. I know they worked in spring training together, but I noticed Eovaldi got the ball back and kind of looked at Kisner and kind of gave him a give me the sign now. I was assuming, I don't know if my assumption is right, and I know back in the day, obviously, I had to wait till I got on the rubber for the catcher to give me the sign. How quick are the catchers giving the pitch to the pitcher? Is it after a foul ball? As they catch the ball from the umpire or catcher, is he already typing in the pitch to the pitcher?
Yeah, it's a great question because it is something that not just with our club, but all the clubs, I can tell you, the pitchers, they want the sign. And, before the clock, the catcher sometimes would take a little time, maybe get get a thought in there on what he wants to call. So, it's a pretty big adjustment for the catchers. We hear about the pitchers, but it's the catchers have to be ready to go, because now when they give a sign, now the pitcher, he can dictate when he wants to throw the ball. If he wants to hold, or whatever he wants to do, now it's in his court. But when they take their time, the catcher, on giving their sign to him, that takes that away. Now the pitcher feels like he's in a rush, and you don't want him throwing the ball like that. So we have our catchers, as soon as they can, give the sign to them. Now, a guy like Nate likes to go. He likes a quick tempo, quick pace. I love a quick pace. I think it makes everybody better. The pitcher, the defenders, everybody. So we've encouraged these catchers to be ready to give that sign. Now, what you can do is put it in the hands of the pitcher, let him call it. And so I think you're going to see more and more of that. There's some out there that are doing it, but I think that's going to even pick up a little bit.
We've seen a really impressive uptick in the swings and misses from Dane Dunning on his pitches this year, and obviously he's up in strikeouts as well. But his walk percentage is up too. Is that something that just comes along with more strikeouts, or would Dane perhaps be the first person to tell us, hey, my control needs to be upped a bit?
Yeah, I think Dane would tell you it needs, to get back to where he is. He should be walking the number that he was walking. And you look at last game, and you saw who Dane is, or who he should be. But the strikeouts. You look at Dane, you don't think velocity, but you can move it both ways. So they had to cover in and out. It's going away from him out or coming in. And he goes up when he needs to. He has great deception. So I'm not surprised, with the strikeouts. We saw it last year. Now, when he walks guys, that surprises, all of us. So that's an area that, probably got away from him in a couple of these starts, but much, much better last start. I thought he had great command.
I know good pitching is good pitching, but are you ever any more impressed by those pitchers who maybe sit in the very low 90s and they just have so much movement and control? You're like, man, you're not efforting anything past them. You're like really crafty.
I love it. I do. I love pitchers who can pitch. I love pitchability. I really admire it. It goes back to watching a guy like Maddox. It's just those guys are fun to watch. The artists. So I've been fortunate to have some guys that didn't throw hard, but they were incredible with their command and their savvy out there. I had a reliever, Sergio Romo, had a tremendous career, throwing 88. Had a good slider. So it works. You've seen it here. You've seen it with Dunning. You've seen it with Bradford. As they're prepared, they can work all four quadrants and throw any pitch anytime. No, I enjoy watching that.
Boch, my last question is, we have 2 Game 5s tonight in our Metroplex. We have the Stars Game 5 and the Mavs in L.A. Game 5. You've been through a lot of series where probably you've been tied at 2. I'm thinking of the Astros last year. How do you kind of handle a Game 5 where there's so much, at least you guys overcame it, but there's so much that says if you win Game 5 in a 2-2 series, you have just a great chance of winning the series overall?
Right. To me, Game 5 is almost like Game 7. That's how I play it when I've been there. Been there against St. Louis. I was, in Kansas City when one game, to Game 7. I didn't want to go on the road to Kansas City, down a game with the pitching and the bullpen they had. I'm talking about back when I was with the Giants. So Bumgarner started Game 5, and I just felt like that's almost like Game 7 because, to your point, the odds are against you, especially in our situation. We were on the road. That's to me. It's close to a must-win. That's how I felt.
And excellent stuff, Boch. And thanks for helping us set the stage for hockey and basketball playoffs tonight too. Appreciate you.
All right, guys. Always good talking with you.